So I was talking to the Aquarius Council, okay? Because there is a council and we meet and we talk about all the stuff that people do to us. Actually, it's not really a council, it's really just my comment section. And I just call them the council, okay? But anyway, I asked the Aquarius Council for misconceptions about Aquarius that we're tired of hearing, okay? These are stereotypical misconceptions that are erroneous that people in the other 11 signs keep accusing us of. And now they sent me, because that's what I do, to tell y'all why these things are not right. They're not correct. They're misconceptions. And we would like y'all to stop doing this. We know it's not going to happen though. But I told them, I was like, it ain't going to happen. But we would like it anyway, okay? So let me get started. I'm going to do the introduction. And I'm going to tell you these misconceptions that are getting on Aquarius nerves up to here. My name is QueenAusetHeru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to everyone who might like it too. Please drop us a positive comment in the comment section. And if you want to get a reading done, please email me or hit me up. All my information is underneath this video. Let me see what else. There's also some other stuff, some other cool stuff underneath this video. If you want to join us on Patreon, if you want to give me a gift from my wish list. Oh my God, a Cancer, my buddy, sent me a tablet from my wish list. I cannot wait to show it to y'all. I'm going to unbox it as soon as it comes. I'm so excited. Anyway, so let me tell you about these misconceptions. Number one, I'm going to give mine first, the one that pisses me off. I'm only going to give one. And I'm going to let everybody else give the others. Because they pretty much hit on everything I was thinking anyway. But I'm going to give mine first. And some of them hit on this one too. My first one, the only one, the number one misconception that gets under my skin every time I see it somewhere is Aquarius don't feel anything. Have you lost your mind? Have you lost your mind? Aquarius feel everything. Aquarius, listen here. Let me tell you something. Aquarius do not reveal our feelings. Sometimes because we don't want to. Sometimes because we're not comfortable doing so. We don't trust that person. There's a number of reasons why an Aquarius does not want to reveal their feelings. Sometimes we will eventually, after we get to know the person and have a rapport with them, but it takes time. We're one of those signs that is very private. We don't like people in our business, okay? That's how we are. We want people in our business if we allow them to be in our business, basically is how we feel about it. So when people say, oh, Aquarius don't feel anything, I'm just sitting there like, just because somebody doesn't show what they feel doesn't mean they're not feeling anything. Most Aquarius, when we feel something, we just kind of hold it. You know, we kind of just hold the emotions. We're not one to spill our emotions on other people. We're not that kind of a sign. We don't do that. The only time we do that is when we crack. So if an Aquarius is being emotional, they're coming from a very raw, vulnerable place, and they probably have emotionally cracked at that moment. And you may or may not be able to deal with that, okay? Because we are very intense. When you be careful what you wish for. You want your Aquarius to emote. When your Aquarius starts emoting, don't call me crying like everybody else. Like my Aquarius is emoting. What do I do with it? Don't call me crying. So that's the first one. Aquarius feel everything. I think more so than a lot of other signs, for real, because we feel it emotionally and spiritually. We feel it like internally, energetically, you know? So that's why we feel every little slight. That's why we're sensitive, because we feel things so deeply, but we don't show it. It's been times when somebody has said something in a conversation that I was like, ooh, I mean, like it gutted me, you know? And I was just like, Because we have that ability. We don't show everything. So to say that we don't feel it is really unfair. You can say Aquarius don't show emotion, and I'll give you that. I will agree with that one. I think all of us will agree Aquarius don't show emotion, or they don't show emotion easily. That's more likely of something I'll be accepting of someone to say. Yes. So that was mine. Now let me give you everybody else's. Okay, so Miss Knoll 82 gave us 6. The first one says that we don't have feelings. Okay, you might hear that. I told you that's a repeat one. Number 2, that we're selfish. I hear that Aquarius are selfish all the time, mostly because we're independent, we want to do our own thing, and we're rule breakers. And people feel like if you're not bound to whatever societal norms that they're bound to, that suddenly you're being selfish, you're being self-absorbed. Why am I not going to look out for me? Why am I not going to pay attention to my own life? It feels like to me our society wants you to pay attention to it more than you pay attention to yourself. And I think that's the problem. And Aquarius don't do that. So we're often accused of being selfish. Now, there are selfish people of every zodiac sign. So yeah, you might be like, oh, but my cousin Boo Boo selfish. Okay, yeah, I know. There's selfish people in every sign. But I'm saying as a whole, as a sign, I think we get accused of being selfish because we're into ourselves. And I don't think anything is wrong with that. You should be into yourself. You should love yourself. You should love your company. You should be all over yourself. That's a good thing. And some people, see it as being selfish. Number 3, that we're mean, wicked, evil savages. Dag, Miss Knoll, they went in on that one. Aquarius are always accused of being mean because we're oftentimes, like I said before, not showing emotion, being quiet. So yeah, and we can be mean. Some of us have quite the temper, myself included. And we can be mean. When you poke an Aquarius enough, and that dragon comes out, that dragonfly, that draconis. when them words come out, that's on you. If an Aquarius is being mean to you, what did you do? You did something, because Aquarius don't just be mean to you for no reason. We probably just won't say nothing. We will ignore the fuck out of you before we'll be mean to you. So if an Aquarius is being mean to you, I'm questioning, what are you doing? Wicked and evil. Oh my goodness. I have met some low vibrational Aquarius that were wicked and evil, but I've met people of every sun sign that were wicked and evil. So I'm like, we ain't taking that one on the chin. We all 12 sun signs going to share in that one, because we all could be like that sometimes. That we're dumb. Are you stupid? Aquarius and Scorpio, if you Google it right now, are said to be the 2 smartest, most intelligent signs of the zodiac. Now, there are other signs that are intelligent, such as Virgo, and there's people in all 12 of the signs that's intelligent. But Aquarius particularly, no. I think that Aquarius I think some of us make a lot of reckless decisions. And I can perceive some of mine as being dumb. But I would call them not dumb. I would call them reckless. That's what I would say that. But definitely not dumb as in intelligence. We live in a fantasy world. No, we don't live in a fantasy world. We have a version in our minds of what the world should be like. And it's a better version than what it is. Okay? We have an idealistic version of what the world should be like. And we're willing to do the work. We will pay the cost to be the boss because we're willing to do the work to get that society. We don't just, want to live on like a cloud somewhere. We're not talking about ideals that can't be accomplished. If enough of us wanted a better society, we would have one, period. If enough of us wanted to work towards it, we'd be doing it. And in a generation or 2 or 3, we'd have that. So it's not a fantasy. It's that Aquarius sees that it's not good enough. Okay? None of us think this reality is good enough. None of us thinks that our society is good enough. And our global society I'm talking about. And nobody, I ain't gonna say nobody. not enough of us are doing something about it. Okay, so that fantasy world is a better space that we want all of us to get to. That is obtainable, by the way. Next one. We're not dateable. I think it depends on this one. I think most Aquarius are dateable, but I think some Aquarius are so content. They're so content with their life. They're so content with themselves. Have you ever been so content with yourself that you didn't need nobody else, even if it was for a moment, where you were just so content with yourself and what you were doing and what you had, and you had hobbies and interests and friends, and you were just so fulfilled that in that moment you didn't need anything else? Some Aquarius get to that point and then they never date again. I've witnessed it. It is happening to me right now. I swear. I'm still doing things, but I'm still sitting there like, this peace and quiet is sure nice. It's really making me wonder, y'all. So that's just a few things I've heard. Thank you, Miss Noel. So yeah, we're tired of all that. All that. All right, who's next? The next one comes from Andrea Mays 2022. That we're rude because we're not afraid or shy to tell the truth. Oh, go ahead. Or tell it how it is. Wish people wouldn't take things so personal and change and grow. Aquarius get in trouble for the truth a lot. Certain signs like Libra get in trouble for not telling the truth. Aquarius gets in trouble for telling the truth a lot. And this is not to say that I don't know any Aquarius that will lie, because Aquarius, any person will lie. Let's just keep that a being, okay? Any person who wants to will lie. But Aquarius often get in trouble more likely for telling the truth, for saying some shit that everybody knew but didn't want to accept, or for being blunt, or not having any tact or any diplomacy to the way we presented an idea or a thought. So yeah, that happens a lot. And Andrea is like, a lot of times what we say, we don't say things to be harmful. We usually say things that are true so people will address them. That's really what that's about. And most of the time people don't do that. They just get mad at us for saying it. So that's 100% true. And we're not rude because of that. We're trying to work through it. And that's the only way you're going to work through it. You're not going to work through a problem by not speaking truly on what's going on. And our society, global society, has a problem with speaking on shit, being transparent, shooting from the hip, just telling a motherfucker what it is. Our society has such a problem with that. Everybody's shucking and driving and trying to hide their real intentions. Just keep it real. And Aquarius get in trouble for that. Because everybody wants to keep their facade. Everybody wants to keep up their cloak and dagger. It's like, come on. This isn't the 1500s. Keep it real. So we get in trouble for that. The next one is from, let me see, Tamara. Let me try to make this bigger. Y'all know I can't see. It says Tamaria SMR. I think that's how it says. Is she, I think it's a she, that we are insensitive. Maybe on the outside, that we're not sharp. People say aloof, but that doesn't contradict. That we do affection. I mean, I do think that the part about being insensitive, I have heard that. Because remember the part about being blunt. So I've heard the blunt part with the insensitive. I've heard the aloof part. Not sharp. Somebody just said that. Are we dumb? I'm like, what? Aquarius are like detectives and scientists. Are you serious? So, in that we don't do affection. Some of us are more affectionate than others. I will give you that. But Aquarius do affection. It just depends on the Aquarius you're talking to. Third decan Aquarius are very affectionate because we're ruled by Venus. And so if you meet an Aquarius in the third decan is the end of Aquarius, basically, going into Pisces. Anybody born in that little 2-week window right there is going to be more likely. If you want the exact dates, Google third decan Aquarius and you'll get the exact dates. And those Aquarius are more likely to be, like I said, romantic and affectionate. Not that the other ones will not be, but we're just more likely. So yeah, none of these make sense. They all contradict. Next one is from Lily Ann W. I don't understand the God complex stereotype. The God complex. I did a video about this because somebody else told me Aquarius think they're God. And I'm like, that don't check out. I know I ain't God. That does not check out to me. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm leery of a person who thinks they're God. Whenever I hear somebody say that, it's kind of cringe. It really is. And I know why some people say it. I hear people say, we're all a part of God. That makes sense. We're all part of the all. That makes sense, But when somebody says, I am God, there's always a jerk. It's never a benevolent person that makes that statement. But, it is what it is. All right. Now we're going to read 2 positive comments to end today's video. The first one says, love you so much, Queen. Watching all your videos. I am a Libra ascendant. Virgo sun, okay, and Scorpio moon, okay. All right, we're gonna forgive the Libra ascendant. You seem like that's a good combination for you, though. You got some air, you got some earth, and you got some water. Okay, I love my Aquarius that I met on Facebook. Okay, I don't think I have fallen in love with anyone in my life this hard before. He is so magnetic. He is a Libra moon. Oh, y'all got the Libras going on. Okay. Taurus sun and Aquarius. So cold and detached. But at the same time, he calls me when he wakes up. See, he's not cold and detached. He's calling you when he wakes up. Come on. That's a very obvious sign that he's feeling you. Before he go to sleep, after talking for hours, staying in touch with me throughout the day, every single day. So he clearly likes you. That is not cold and detached. You representing your man's wrong. Let me see. But when I ask if he loves me, he doesn't say anything, leaving me so confused. If he doesn't get through to me, he will continue to call me until he catches me. He is gorgeous. I never really initiate any calls or messages. He seems to have tons of friends on FB, though, so he is not a lonely soul. You have cleared a lot for me, and I thank you for that. Quick question. Do Aquarians become less sexual as they get close to someone emotionally? Woo, there's a lot here to unpack. Okay, so I'm just going to go with answering the question. Do Aquarius become less sexual as they get close to someone emotionally? That's kind of strange because for me, I get more sexual the closer I get to them. That's interesting. Aquarius is a very sexual sign, but Aquarius is a sign that generally needs a mental connection. We're not the kind of sign that just wants to have all kinds of sex, even though we enjoy it. We're not known as a prudish sign at all, but we're known as a sign who you have to seduce our minds. So I would assume that most of us will get more sexual as we become emotionally connected. So that's an interesting question. But also, are the men different from the women? I would like some Aquarius men to chime in the comment section and let us know, do you become less sexual with someone as you become more emotionally connected? Because for me, it's the opposite. So other Aquarius, women too, let us know in the comment section. That's a great question because all I can say is what it means for me. So I don't know. If your Aquarius is like that, I'm not sure what that means. So we're going to discuss that further in the comment section. And the last part somebody sent to me, and this is so funny. It says Santa Claus is a fucking Aquarius. There's no other sign that would want to make a huge trip around the world and spread joy for no reason. Isn't that so cute? And when I heard that, I was like, you know what? I love that. I love that all day. I don't think Santa Claus is Aquarius though, but that logic does make sense to me because Santa Claus is based off of an actual person, some saint from like, the early European history. And if you Google it, there's all kinds of stories. Every Christmas, they tell the Christmas stories about Santa Claus and Krampus and all these different, figures from European history. So if you Google it, you can read about him. He's an actual person and might have a birthday. So you might be able to actually find out what sign Santa Claus, the saint, I think Saint Nicholas might have been his name. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but Google it. And you might be able to get his actual birthday. They were recording birthdays back that far. Sometimes we get them, sometimes we don't. So that's one thing. I would love to know what is Santa Claus's actual birthday if it's online. Secondly, the logic of that is so perfect because Aquarius love going places. We're introverted and we're introverted and we also are extroverted. And we like to spread joy. We like to spread happiness. We like to spread that energy. Aquarius, who are high vibrational, want everybody to live in that ideal society that I was talking about before. So that's a very true statement. All right, guys. Thank you for listening to the misconceptions. Go tell everybody. Go tell everybody you know that we said we ain't taking it no more. No more. We are not taking it anymore. Let everybody you know. And you please come back soon because I have a lot more to say. See you later.